Yeah, this is an event. We really wanted to put on 2 events this fall, and like Frank mentioned, we had an exciting one a couple weeks ago. Gosh, it was actually just over a week ago, and it was definitely a highlight of the fall so far. We had a doubles team run all the way to the finals and win the thing to kind of jumpstart their pro careers. And in college tennis, if you don't have a world ranking, it's hard to get one. It's hard to get into the events. So by hosting, we were able to offer 7 wild cards to guys on our team. So they got a chance to play against other players who have been on the pro tour, college players who are trying to get their jump start as well. And little did we know, 2 of our doubles teams did fantastically. So one of them won the whole event. And then the other doubles team knocked off the number 1 seed in the first round. So we beat the number 1 and number 2 seeds, and then one of our teams won the whole event. So that was really exciting. And then another highlight is a local standout who's a sophomore, Giorgio Samaha, who went to El Dorado. When I got the job a year ago, I saw him on our roster as a freshman. He was like a 5'7", 125-pound freshman, and this guy's just gotten better and stronger every day, and he's now one of our best competitors. Last year he finished the season with our best singles record, and he had the best doubles record as well, and was part of the tandem that upset the number 1 seed in the first round in the doubles. So he's done extremely well. This event coming up this week, 15 schools like Frank was elaborating on, pretty much northern Arizona, up to University of Utah, BYU, Air Force, Denver, Idaho State, Boise. I mean, there are a slew of teams. UNLV is here. It's a very competitive tennis region, and there's a lot at stake, as Frank had mentioned, with the finalists and the winner advancing to the national championship of singles and doubles in San Diego next month. So it's been a lot of work. We actually had the draw made. Our top singles player, Arda Azcara, who was the Mountain West co-freshman of the year last year, we just had to pull him out. He was the number 5 seed, unfortunately. He's got a torn meniscus, so hopefully getting him ready for the start of our team season in January. But this committee, they asked us to redo the whole draw after we'd spent about 5 hours making this thing. So we're getting back to work on that. But exciting level. University of Utah is probably the top program here. They were top 25 last year, kind of middle of the pack, Pac-12 last year, but a good team. They're the number 1 seeds, actually the top, I think, 3 seeds in doubles and the top 2 seeds in singles. And I think their number 1 player won the whole thing last year. So that's who we're kind of targeting. We'll have 5 of our singles players in the main draw, and then we'll have 3 doubles teams in the doubles. So looking forward. It's great to play at home at the McKinnon. For those of you who haven't been out there, I mean, we feel very fortunate to be able to play out there, and so come out and see us if you can. Thank you.
Anyone have questions?
Coach, just an event as big as this one, I mean, just the exposure and the competition that these kids are going to get, just how big is that as you continue to grow the program?
Yeah, it's really why we wanted to host these events. One, it saves money because we're not traveling and spending $8,000 to go to an event like this. But 2, they get to play on their home courts, home court advantage. I'd say half the schools in the region are play with an altitude ball like we do. And probably a third of them don't play with an altitude ball. So when they come here, it's a different sensation for them. The ball definitely carries and is a lot faster. But yeah, for our guys, I mean, to be able to play this level of competition both last week and this week at home, it's a tremendous confidence builder if it starts going their way, which it did, for the pro event. So yeah, absolutely, it's a big part of why, what we're trying to do in the fall. It's kind of like women's soccer. They play a spring season, right, where they're trying to get minutes and they're trying to get kids on the field to see how they're going to do. We're really spending this time to try and develop their games and build that confidence and that belief system.
Anything else? asking soccer questions? You drop a soccer reference there?
Yeah,
It's almost like your kid played soccer.
yeah. Actually, our daughter and Jaden played a lot in the Northwest before they both came here. So, and they were roommates here for a while. Yeah, Dave.
Is an altitude ball an actual ball, or is it a figure of speech?
No, it's a ball. They manufacture it differently. They put a little less pressure in it, so the ball doesn't fly as much. You know, we kind of, when I was coaching at sea level, you know, my first 29, 30 years, whenever we'd come to the altitude, we'd let them play with a sea level ball, and we'd tell them, though, it was an altitude ball for the first 10 or 15 minutes, and the ball was ricocheting all over the place. And then after about 15 minutes, you pop open a can of altitude balls, and you say, okay, you know, these are the actual balls we're going to play with. And it gives them a little moment of relief, you know. It's right around 4,000 feet, but those are good questions, yeah.